Realities may vary. We're late. I'm sorry. It's my fault. It's not my fault. It's a machine's fault, and I hate it. I'm Brian Noonan. That's Cody Gough. Here we go.
This is Realities May Vary. Brian's in a mood because of tech issues, which is a podcast thing. But we have a big show for you today. We have a lot to get to. Brian's got to talk about pajama day. He's got to talk about a pizza party. That's always fun. He got called garbage by somebody. We're going to hear about that and his, I'm sure, very measured reaction. And some cult that I don't know much about from Texas. But before we get into all that, I just have one banger of a story because I was in Las Vegas this past weekend. And if you've ever wondered what bottle service is like in Las Vegas, yeah, I see Brian. Just your brain is just processing all the things I'm saying. I had one of the most memorable weekends I think I've ever had in my life. So there's all that to get to. But first, we have a quick little check-in, and I guess my quick check-ins. I'm doing great. I started a new job today.
Hey, congratulations.
Yes, it's full
Very
time.
nice.
Full time, very excited about it. I won't talk a bunch about it now, but it pays me money.
That's good.
And it's in the podcast industry and in a strategic role, not editing and doing day-to-day production, but doing strategy and growth stuff. I'm very pumped about it. Thank you. Some congratulations in the chat. You guys are awesome. And thanks for putting up with me complaining about being jobless for 5 months and 10 days is the official count for how long it took me to find full-time employment. 5 months and 10 days.
Wow.
Pretty. It was a lot. It was a long roller coaster of a few months. Had a baby, had to deal with money stuff, but we're all good. I'm above water. How about you, Brian? Where's your head
let's
at?
skip me for tonight. Hold on. I got it. Well, I didn't want that was almost bad. I almost showed you my crank.
That was hot.
I came up and the computer just is effing with me. And so I am, and then, I'm not in the greatest mood anyway. Then the computer starts and then the dog is laying here whining. And I'm like, I can't with any of this. I got to be done. I almost just pulled the plug and said, forget it. I've had it. But you're here and that's rare. So I'm here. And, wait, I thought, okay, we got to get to your bottle service story, but I'm guessing then that your daughter's last time we talked, you were waiting for your daughter's passport because you were going to go to Mexico for a wedding. And now you ended up in Vegas with bottle service and strippers and probably a high-priced escort.
No strippers, and I don't know how much the escort cost.
Okay, fair enough.
So yes, you're right. I should conclude. So in the interim week, because we missed last week because I was in Mexico. So I should conclude that story.
Oh wait, so you were in Mexico last week?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So here's what went down. My wife and I were planning on attending a wedding in Sayulita, which is about an hour outside of Puerto Vallarta on the west coast of Mexico.
Right.
Well, Sayulita, much smaller town. There's like a town square, and that's the whole town. It's a surfer town. There's some beaches. I didn't see that many big waves, but okay. Well, her passport never came. It has still not come. It's been at least 12 weeks.
Oh, nice.
When we applied, the average wait time was 6 weeks, and it was up to 8 weeks. And it's been significantly longer than that. I contacted my local congressman.
How'd that go?
Did you know that the congressmen can help you, and congresswomen can help you with government offices?
I did not know that. I didn't figure they could help me with anything.
No, you can really contact them. And if you have a problem with the IRS, or with the TSA, or with whatever, or in my case, the people that issue the passports, if you're having trouble like getting through to them or getting on a right timeline, you can contact them for kind of like a last minute emergency deal. I went online, and a lot of people on the passport subreddit were talking about how they were just like, I applied like 2 months ago. I don't have my passport. Many success stories there of contacting the congressman 14 days out. You got to still contact them a couple weeks out from your travel date, and saying like, look, I have tickets. I've got to travel. Can you please like talk to the passport office? But when I did that, congressman's office, they got back to me. I spoke to a woman on the phone after 3
Who
rings.
is your congressperson?
My God, I don't even remember.
Oh no, that's
What
not.
office was it? No, I can actually pull it up. So it was actually Congressman Sean Casten.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, so I actually got an email today that the application will be sent for review soon upon final approval
For
of the
review
application.
for what,
Yeah,
your terrorist infant daughter?
yeah. Upon a final approval of the application will be mailed via UPS 1 to 2 day delivery. Um, I contacted them on March 14th, so it would be 2 weeks ago tomorrow, and that's after 9 weeks had passed. I guess we're at 11 weeks, but I'm telling, if you're planning on traveling, whether you've got a little one or not, you need to get your passport
Yeah.
application in now and pay for it to be expedited, expecting that it will take the normal amount. The congressman's office said they're like, we can't make any guarantees because we're so far behind, and the passport agency is just the State Department's totally understaffed. And again, other people have had luck. I didn't know I could contact them until like 4 days out. So I was really last minute. It was kind of a
Yeah,
last ditch. So I don't blame my congressman's office at all. I don't, maybe if I'd given them 2 full weeks, they would have expedited somehow.
sure.
But man, you can't get a passport right now. And actually, there was another parent of a 5-month-old that also couldn't come to the wedding because the passport didn't come.
Maybe this just says infants shouldn't travel internationally. Maybe your infant doesn't need to be a global citizen at this point. Could that be?
But we had the cutest outfits for her.
I would imagine that's true. That doesn't surprise me that she was going to be dressed to the nines or the tens.
Yeah.
But perhaps she needs to stay stateside. Now that you got a new job, you're obviously going to be a target for kidnappers. So we don't want that. I don't know if anybody in your, because didn't you just, there was somebody who just, a couple was honeymooning in Haiti, and their family, they called, they got kidnapped in Port-au-Prince. They were Haitian. They got kidnapped in Port-au-Prince. The family back here paid the kidnappers $6,000. The kidnappers were like, that's not enough. We want $200,000 for each person. And the people are like, we don't have that kind of money, crazy kidnappers in Port-au-Prince. So, I can't chip in if you and your family get kidnapped.
True.
Oh, who would be the only one left? Your son. He didn't get to go, so then for the rest of his life, he's in People magazine as a feature on my family got kidnapped down in Mexico, and I never saw them again, and I was forced to live in Rockford.
Wow.
Yeah. Think about that next time you want to travel internationally.
That's a long title. Well, no, I'm going to think about the non-refundable tickets the next time I travel internationally.
Ouch.
Because
Yeah, was it American that screwed you?
it was actually both. There's American on the way and then some Mexican airline on the way back. But I ate between $800 and $900 in non-refundable plane ticket.
Must be nice to have that kind of dough that you can just eat those plane tickets.
I wouldn't know. Actually, it would be nice if you had that kind of dough to blow on tickets, but I unfortunately do not have that.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That sucks. So, but now last time we spoke, you were like, I would never go to the wedding by myself. So how did this, because I knew you were at the wedding because we got some texts from your wife.
Oh, right.
Asking for attorneys. But, because Debbie works at a law firm, she wanted to know. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I knew you were gone out of country. And I thought, wow, what has become of our man Cody that he abandons his family to go frolic on the Mexican beaches?
She pointed out the fact that I have known the groom. I didn't realize how old I am, Brian. That's what happened.
Yeah.
And I've known this guy since freshman. He went to college with one of my best friends, but I didn't go to college with him, but I knew him. I've known him since freshman year of college because that's how far back they go. And I lived with this Icebag John's friend is how I know him. And Icebag John, I was the best man in his wedding. We lived together, right? So like I've known the guy, and my wife said like 2 days before, she's like, "You've known him for what, like 20 years?" And I'm like, "No, right.
Yeah.
I have actually known him for 20 years because time flies." And when she said that, and she did insist, like, really, and she didn't want us to just eat a $2,000 thing. We'd already paid for the B&B, all that stuff.
Oh
So
man.
she's just like, "Just go." So I went, and, I
All
made the
right.
most of it. I had a good time. I don't have there's stories I could tell. I'd rather tell the story as the more recent weekend, but the so my cousin's bachelor party was this past weekend in Las
Yes.
Vegas. The reason I justified going was because I thought I was bringing my wife to Mexico.
Oh,
The
right. That would have been nice. You have first you have a nice family outing to Mexico, and then you can go to your cousin's bachelor party. That'd be fun.
Yes. Instead, I got to go to 2 party weekends in a row, while my wife watched our children, and, do I feel bad about it? Yes.
Do you though?
Yeah. Of
Really?
Not because she makes me feel bad about it, because she's a saint, which makes me feel worse about it.
Yeah.
Like, she should be making me feel bad about it, and she's not. But I told her my birthday is, our birthday is both you and mine. We have birthdays coming up.
Yeah.
So she's like, she asked me a couple of times what I wanted, and I'm like, I want you to let me go on 2 trips guilt free, and she did. So
Wow. All right. So now
covered.
you're good.
I better be. She better not get me anything else. That'd be trouble.
All right. So you're in Vegas. Where were you staying? Some of one of the new hot spots?
No, we stayed.
No.
No, did you hear about
No.
Did you hear about the shooting in the news?
In Vegas?
Yeah.
No. I mean, I heard of today's shooting, but I didn't hear about a Vegas shooting.
No. Sunday there was a Saturday there was a fatal shooting just outside or inside the Platinum Hotel.
Where is the Platinum Hotel?
It's off the strip, and that's where we stayed.
At the Platinum?
Yep.
Nice. Were you guys involved in the shooting?
Not to my knowledge.
None of you guys were shooting people?
I was at the airport waiting for my flight, and I get a text in the group text from the bachelor party group text, and somebody goes, "Well, that took a turn, or the day sure took a turn."
Wow.
They had sent 2 of the guys really wanted to go to a dispensary and get some weed.
Okay.
So, because it's legal there, so whatever. So they go to the dispensary, they get back, and the whole place is swarmed with. They're like, basically the whole Las Vegas Police Department is outside this hotel.
Oh my God.
They couldn't get in or out of the room, so they were
Whoa.
exhausted and high and couldn't get to the room.
Oh no.
Yeah. So where on the strip is it? God, I don't even know the nearest like big hotel. Um, it's by Ellis Island is another like off strip
Oh my
hotel.
gosh.
Um,
I don't know that. It's been a long time. I'm realizing how long it's been since I've been to Vegas now.
yeah, it's east of Caesar's Palace, pretty much.
East of Caesar's Palace.
A few blocks east. It's near the
All right,
north end of the
I'm
strip.
pulling it up right now.
Yeah.
Uh,
Near the north end of the strip, but a decent hotel, other than the gun violence, But you
let's
get that
see.
pretty much anywhere these days. So
You do. Unfortunately, it is everywhere.
right.
Where is stuff? I can't figure out any of this.
It's just somewhere. I don't know.
It's on Flamingo. Where's the strip?
Yes, it's east of. Sorry, yeah, it's east of the Flamingo and Caesars.
All right, I got you. It's east of Flamingo Road. It's by the Westin Vegas Hotel and Spa. Not too far from there. There's the Ellis Island.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the Platinum looks
Yeah.
pretty nice.
The best part of it is, Brian, is it's called the Platinum Hotel and Spa.
Right.
There's no spa.
Oh, well, why would there be a spa? That seems kind of silly.
They were going to have a spa, and then COVID happened, and then
So they just didn't build the spa?
They just decided not. They literally told one of us, "Yeah, we just decided not to build it."
Okay.
It's just called Platinum Hotel and Spa. There's no spa.
Holy cow. Hold on. I'm looking at this place. This may be because I'm looking along I may have stayed at this hotel under another incarnation when it was something else.
Really?
Well, I'm looking. So I'm looking at this hotel. It does not appear that that's a place that has bottle service.
No.
All right. So I'm okay. So I'm not that far off. So where did you get the bottle service?
So what do you know about bottle service?
I know it's very, very expensive.
Mhm.
I know that you're a baller if you use it. You're behind, usually, you're in some sort of private table when you're having bottle service. Normally, it's brought out by scantily clad, very, very attractive women.
Mhm.
That's about all. I know, like, you get a bottle of Grey Goose and it's like $300.
Oh, oh, Brian.
500. All right. Okay. Go ahead.
It's gonna start at like $12 to
Wait,
$1,500
for what?
for one bottle of Grey Goose. Yeah.
What?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
All right.
Uh,
Okay. Go. I'm not going to know any. I'm not going to be able to. No. This
I,
is wow. What?
let me
Huh?
let me set the stage with what I knew about bottle service going in.
Yeah.
So, like a few months ago, I released 4 episodes of my wonderful video game podcast, Game Life Balance US.
Yeah.
There's one called There's an episode called Alcoholic Mountain Dew and Bottle Service. Uh,
Yes.
and my co-host John went with his, I think, brother-in-law or somebody. He went somewhere for a small bachelor party, just like 4 or 5 people, and got bottle service. And in that episode, he does an amazing job explaining bottle service. And I edited it, so I listened like 18 times. So for those of you who haven't listened to my video game podcast talking about bottle service, which is everyone, uh, to basically summarize what he said is like Las Vegas has day clubs and nightclubs. A day club is a swimming pool with, just a bunch of places to kind of hang out around it and a
Right.
DJ and some loudspeakers. There is nowhere to sit unless you have bottle service.
Oh, is that right?
Oh yeah, no, you do not get seats anywhere. Everything is roped off. There's little kind of like booths almost with like a few deck chairs or like an outdoor couch, and that's where you can sit. But otherwise, you literally are just standing there, ordering $20 drinks in the bar, $30 drinks, whatever. Nightclub, very similar. The nightclubs are oppressively crowded. I've
Yes.
told a couple stories of nightclubs where there's literally, if you have a table, you've got a big booth and you've got a table and you've got all these drinks and you can fit 12 people there. If you don't have a table, there's nowhere to sit, there's nowhere to chill. You are packed like sardines very tightly. It's very uncomfortable. It's kind of hard to get away. So that's what the club experience is like in Vegas.
Ugh.
To get a seat, you must have bottle service. And what bottle service entails is you have to spend a minimum. You actually don't have to buy a bottle, but it's just the most efficient way to go.
Okay.
It is $1,000 minimum, like bare minimum. And I think most places $1,500.
What?
Yeah, $1,500 minimum. So, if you've got 5 people, that's a few $100 a piece. That's a lot. If you've got like 12 people, it's actually like doable, right?
Okay.
A
Yeah.
hundred some. And
Sure.
what
Okay.
they do is, let's say you order a bottle of Grey Goose, and like you can get a cheaper bottle of alcohol, but they don't have like Skull, they don't have Well
No, you
whiskey
gotta
or
get some good.
bourbon,
You get some good booze.
vodka, right? And you always get vodka because like you don't get a brown liquor because
Why?
you don't want to sit there drinking like whiskey drinks all night. It's just heavier.
Oh, okay.
So everyone orders vodka. Vodka is just like what you do.
Okay.
So
What if
they
I don't like
break.
vodka? What if I like bourbon?
You can get bourbon if you want.
Well,
I
the guy
just
who wants to drink. If I'm dropping 1,200, I bet get myself a bottle of Buffalo Trace. I'm not messing around.
That's fine. Go for
All
the
right.
Buffalo Trace.
Yo, I already have.
So, a beautiful, often scantily clad woman comes out as your server, as you do, and
As
usually
you
it's her.
do.
Usually it's her, one or two other kind of like not like bus boys, but the other staff that kind of like refill the waters and do the other kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then usually like a security guard is kind of like doing rounds and kind of keeping an eye on you. Like it's
With you or
no,
with the people?
yeah, with any group, like it's a good thing. Like you basically have a crew of people who are there dedicated to making sure you have a good time.
Okay.
They'll bring out your alcohol in a bucket of ice, and they bring out 3 or 4 carafes with mixers in them, orange juice, cranberry juice, whatever. And those they refill immediately. They are never empty. You
Okay.
constantly have them. They're comped.
Okay.
Right? So all that's set. You get a handful of bottles of water, maybe one for each person, and then there's the liquor.
Okay.
and you pay for that experience. And their goal is to get you to drink it as quickly as possible.
So you get another one.
So you either get another one or they can dismiss you to make room for more people if the club is.
Oh, because if you're done drinking, you gots to go. You
Mhm.
can't linger.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's not like get a bottle and stay for 8 hours at the pool party. It's like get a bottle and you better nurse it, milk it, right?
Oh my.
So yeah, so John tells me this story a few months ago, and Brian, I was so jealous. You know why?
Why? Because you have FOMO?
Because he and his 3 buddies were just chick magnets the whole time they're there. Because think
Ice
about it,
Bag John or your
no, 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 no,
podcast
God,
partner
no,
John?
podcast John.
Okay.
Oh my God, no,
All
no,
right,
no.
podcast John.
No,
Okay.
like think about you can bring anyone into your booth you want. So if there's a fine lady that,
Oh.
has an eye on you, it's like, oh hey, I'll play the game, right? I'll do a little flirting. I'll maybe step over the rope. I'll maybe drink some of your expensive liquor and hang on your arm and that kind of thing, right?
Oh my god.
Right?
Yeah.
It's the Vegas game. It's everything that you and I are terrible at on a daily basis.
Right, and have no desire to be good at.
Right. But you get an edge in Vegas. It's like a cheat
Yes.
code.
Okay, true. Okay. Yeah, but that cheat code, throwing down some plastic to get it.
That's a $1,500 cheat code, but it's a cheat code.
Fair enough.
So I'm like, since this podcast, I'm like, I want to go to Vegas and do the bottle service thing and have people look at me where I'm the high status guy, not just some gangly, whatever dude walking around, whatever.
What video game t-shirt were you wearing?
Mega Man for most of it.
Okay. All right.
Well, I was in Vegas for my relative's bachelor party. His friends know how to party, Brian.
Oh, really?
So both of the clubs we went to were at the Hilton at Resorts World, which is the hotel I stayed at CES 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Weirdly.
How do you pick the clubs? Because every place has clubs, and they
Yeah.
all seem like they'd be about the same.
Yes.
Unless you find a club with like women over 35. That's where I'd be heading.
No, not in Vegas.
No women over 35.
It's the DJ. You pick by the DJ.
Oh, well, that doesn't help me.
Well, if you're into EDM, which all of us were, then you're good. So they wanted to go to the pool party because DJ Cash Cash was playing.
Okay. You're waiting like I'm going to go, oh, fantastic. That's my favorite DJ.
DJ Cash Cash is 3 people.
Oh, then shouldn't it be DJ Cash Cash Cash?
It should, right?
Cash cubed?
It should be.
Yeah, but it's not, it's just 2.
Only two of them were spinning at a time, and the other would just wander off.
Wow. Maybe it's union. He gets his union break. They can only spin for so long, then they get dizzy and they have to walk away, and somebody then gets a break. And then the other Cash jumps in, since they're all nameless and interchangeable. They're just, all right, Cash 3, hop in. Cash 2, you're on break. Go get a sandwich.
I don't know.
Are they all in? I pictured them all in like white vinyl jumpsuits.
No, they were just dressed like bros, and they kept pulling out these flags. Like flags you can just kind of wave.
Let's go Brandon flags.
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's go Brandon flags. And they're throwing them in the crowd.
Wow.
They threw more flags in the crowd than there were people there. Because the other thing, Brian, is that all the day clubs are outdoors in Vegas, and it was 54 degrees.
Oh, that doesn't seem pleasant.
No.
I'm going to guess that cuts down on the really scantily clad women, which is the whole reason you go to one of those pool clubs.
Yeah, I cut down a little bit. Well, there was like nobody there. There were like 150 people there. Probably the capacity was probably 1,500 or something.
Not good.
No, but the pool was, I didn't get in, but apparently the pool was pretty much heated. So people would just get in the pool and it was awesome.
It's because they were drinking $40 drinks. They didn't want to get out to pee.
Probably. So
they don't want to pish with Cash Cash.
They don't want to what with Cash Cash?
I said pish.
Pish.
Yeah, because I didn't want to, be vulgar.
Oh, we're still a PG.
Well, I don't know what we are. No, trust me, I'm this close to unleashing every profanity that I know. But no, so they don't want to go wee, but pish with Cash Cash sounded better than they didn't want to get out and pee with Cash Cash. You see what I did? I went with the soft, the blends at the end.
If you get enough bottle service, you can actually just pee on the DJ.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's got to cost a lot of money.
It's
Or
called
maybe for some DJs, not much at all. Go in there, buy a Diet Coke. Unleash. All right.
release the carafe of urine. Yeah.
So yeah, you're in the club.
Actually,
the day club.
I saw there was a table and there was some guy and 3 waitresses came out and they popped champagne and sprayed it all over this dude. And we're just like, that guy just had $4,000 in champagne sprayed all over his body.
Man, I wish I had that kind of money. Not to do that kind of stupid stuff. I'd do other stupid stuff.
Oh, no. See, I wish I had that kind of money to do that kind of stupid stuff.
Oh yeah, I'd do stupid stuff. There's no doubt about it. I don't know if I'd let, hot young girls spray champagne on me because I'd know that it was just for the money. I'd do, I'd do other stuff.
Honestly, it doesn't make it any worse.
No, probably not.
I'm just saying.
Who am I kidding? I'm trying to be all high and mighty. I want those scantily clad bikini girls spraying. I don't care if it's Long Island iced teas or Shirley Temples, Corbel champagne that I'm paying, cost me $16 at Binny's. They're charging me $3,000. I don't care.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So we get there, we order a bottle of vodka. We all, there's like 12 of us. And immediately, first thing the waitress does is pour a bunch of shots.
Wow.
Great. So we now all have, first thing she does is she pours everyone a vodka Red Bull. Fine. Whatever. Someone ordered it.
Does everybody only drink vodka in Las Vegas?
It's apparently very common in the bottle service world.
Okay. I wonder if that's because it came from like Russian oligarchs.
I think because it's lighter, like the implication that I've heard is that like a bourbon is heavier and that like it's like you'll get weighed down or it'll fill you up faster or something. Vodka's more like watery, right? Like you can kind of just go through vodka and it's not gonna like wreck you. I don't know. Some people get tequila too, which I'm like, no,
Wow.
but I don't know. I'm not a hard liquor expert.
All right. Listen, I don't know. I don't know either. What do I know?
I don't know. What do
I
you
know? I
know?
watched Entourage and they would get, like tequilas and stuff. I don't know.
I don't know.
All right. So you're there. Now wait, did you order the shots or they just bring you the shots?
They kind of call the shots.
They move things along.
You don't have to, like, if they offer you a shot, you can say no, right? But we're all there. We get the bottle service. We'll get our little vodka Red Bull. Oh, I made a little grapefruit shot. It's basically a 2-ounce shot of vodka with a splash of grapefruit juice. Oh, here, everybody do those. Boom. Round 1. Oh, round 2 comes. Boom. There's another round of shots. Now, all of a sudden, the carafe containing all of our remaining vodka is about 4 inches high.
Uh-oh.
And we've now been there.
Now, wait, they give it to you in a carafe. You don't get the actual bottle. Your dad's weighing in the comments.
Because it's the cheapest booze.
Yeah.
There you go. They bring out the bottle. You get the whole 750, not it's like the gallon or whatever, the giant one.
Not a handle. You get a 750 milliliter.
Yeah.
Regular bottle. But they bring out the bottle.
Yeah, huge
so you
bottle.
know it's real.
Huge
now, do
bottle.
they open it in front of you? Is it sealed?
Yeah.
All right. It's not watered down.
No.
They're not running some hustle.
No.
All right.
No.
Says you.
So it's all sealed up. They open it up, they pour, and then they pour some drinks, and then they pour the rest into a carafe.
Oh, I see.
So at this point, we've been there 15 to 20 minutes tops. There are like 3 drinks worth of vodka left. There's 12 of us. And the actual DJ that we're there to see doesn't go on. Cash doesn't come on for 90 minutes.
Oh my.
So
cha-ching.
Our 1-bottle experience quickly turned into a 2-bottle experience.
Get out.
Which I haven't actually seen any bills yet from the weekend. But we also got 2 bottles at the nightclub. So I'm guessing between the dozen or so of us, we spent between $6,000 and $9,000.
Oh my God. You've got to be kidding me. That is, oh my God. That's ridiculous.
For that many, I should caveat this by the way, I won $400 when I was in Vegas. So
Still not enough to cover your bar tab.
My expenses, though, cut
Oh,
pretty
all right.
significantly
Well,
by my
that's
roulette
good.
winnings. I
Oh, you
crushed at the
played
roulette.
roulette.
I
Wow,
crushed it.
you are very European. I used to play roulette before I learned how to play blackjack. I'd play roulette, and it was always fun. I always got a gin and tonic because I was pretending I was James Bond. And before you say anything, people in the chat, I know James Bond didn't drink gin and tonics, but I didn't like martinis, so I would have a gin and tonic because lasts a little longer, even though you're getting free drinks at the table.
Who likes martinis?
A lot of people do. A lot of who knows vodka martini. I'm surprised you guys weren't all making martinis with your vodka. You know,
Who is Meep?
I don't know. I got this for you, Meep. You know what else I got that's huge? Choke on it.
Can you ban this person from?
I don't know. I don't know I don't know what their deal is. They're coming in on YouTube. Yeah, I do have a big forehead because I'm at a bad angle, but oh well.
Mm.
We're gonna put it in timeout. Timeout.
Well, so anyway, and the did you just put the comments on the screen?
Oh no, I didn't think so.
Why did you
I guess
put
I did. I thought I'd no. Wow, what's going on here?
You're
I'm working on the.
Right. So anyone not watching this, there's some troll, I guess, is posting weird comments on the YouTube channel, and Brian.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that.
Brian actually put them on the screen, not just in the chat, but actually on the screen. That was very funny.
That was very funny. I'm having a rough night.
So at First Club, we didn't do real great. The very attractive waitress, she's coming around. She's like pet one of the guy's arms and stuff, and she's just playing us like fiddles. And like after the second round of shots, I'm like, you guys, we got to get our acts together. Like this cannot continue. We cannot do 3 bottles. So that was our experience there. But I gotta say, I mean, we had 2 big couches to ourselves. We were right in front of the DJ. It was pretty solid. And then the nightclub, we saw Tiesto. Have you heard of Tiesto?
No, of course I have not.
Well, Tiesto's like in his late 50s, I think. Like he's been doing DJ stuff since like basically EDM was invented. Like he was like techno before it was EDM. You know what I mean?
Cody, to me, here's my frame of reference for DJs. When I worked in a nightclub, the DJs just played records. They'd scratch a little and mix a little between like a song off the Footloose soundtrack and some other hip hoppy deal. That was DJ. I don't know. We know one person we used to work with who is a DJ. Used to work with us at the other station.
DJ Cash.
DJ Cash era. DJ Cash era.
Right.
Who was very popular in Chicago. Yes. But I don't know. I don't know what any of that means. I mean, I know what DJs do. I don't go to places where there are DJs.
Ketamine?
Wedding DJs play straight up the Proud Mary and, It's Raining Men so that old people can dance. That's what DJs do.
And ketamine?
I don't know what that is either.
All right, good. Well, anyway, I had a great bottle cervix experience. We then went
bottle
to the
cervix experience. Is that what you just said?
We had a great cervix experience. It was
wow,
tremendous.
What would your wife say about that?
It was a dilated experience. Let me tell you that.
Now it's been a long time since I've been to Vegas. I'm guessing anymore that I am way outside the majority of the Vegas demographic.
Not way outside.
Depending on probably what hotel you go to.
Maybe.
With our big foreheads.
Well, no, you got to have so much money to go, right? Okay, so let me give you this example. There's the other half. We go to the nightclub. We got to the nightclub at 12:30 because the main DJ didn't go on until 1:15 in the morning.
Okay.
Because it's Vegas, and that's what you do.
Right.
And Tiesto, like I said, big name. He's been around a long time. And the set it's one of the greatest live shows I've ever seen. It was unbelievable. But we get in, and we had this big area in the back corner, which one of the guys was kind of bummed we were so far back, but I liked that you could see the whole club. Okay. It was the Zouk nightclub in the Hilton at Resorts World.
Okay.
And it was
Is there a cover on top of the bottle service?
No. If you get bottle service, you get your own line, basically. Like you get to go in your own line. They didn't like pat me down or frisk me or anything. They just did a quick wand wave.
That's
So you can
nice.
pretty much walk in with whatever drugs you want, right? Because you're paying them thousands of dollars. And then there's no cover. Normally a cover is usually in Vegas at a nightclub like that. For women, it's like $20 to $40. And
All
for
right.
men, it's 80 to 100 usually.
What? To walk in the door?
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm out.
They're good parties, and there's some beautiful people at these clubs. So
I'm sure there are beautiful people at the clubs, but no.
cheaper than a strip club and better music? I don't know.
I'm not going to a strip club either.
Well, no one hopefully is. But okay, so it's your age thing. So we
Yeah.
get to our booth and we're in the back and we've got the 12 of us. And there's another table in our booth area. There's like a pretty big booth area, like the size of my living room, maybe.
Okay.
And so we had our little side, and then the other side, definitely members of a cartel. Like
Nice.
definitely like Mexican cartel, cocaine, like gang, like they know people that will kill you, like straight up like 4 cartel dudes in their like suits with the open shirts. No, and I'm not even kidding. Somebody in our party confirmed that one of them is the leader of a cartel. His
How?
dad, he talked to either him or one of the servers and was like, "Oh yeah, his dad like runs this cartel, and then like he's this guy, and you could like see him on the news." And I think he Googled his name. So there's a literal drug cartel
Ooh.
guy. So he's older than you, I'm sure. And they, they
Yeah,
had their
they got
babes
a
and
lot of I guess if you have that kind of money. Cartel.
right,
I don't have cartel money.
right. But like to have that kind of money, there aren't that many people in their 20s getting bottle service in Vegas. Hell, these guys that I was with, they were in their early 30s and like we couldn't really afford it. It was a big splurge, right? So like I think 40s, maybe even early 50s is like the sweet spot for a lot of the bottle service parties. But it also depends on groups, right? Like people go with groups of friends. So
Okay.
yeah, but uh-oh, something went wrong. Am I frozen? No.
No.
I just got a weird message. All
From
I'll say
who?
is Zouk
From a
nightclub,
cartel? Yeah, maybe a cartel is shutting down your computer because you're talking about them.
probably. Hey, I don't have any shade to throw at them.
I hope
Um,
not.
all I'll say is this nightclub was sick. They had like these giant panels of LED lights that like rose and fall from the ceiling. So it's kind of like the whole nightclub was like breathing in and out. I mean, it was beautiful. And one of the security guys goes, he went to the bachelor and he's like, "Yo, dude, it's your bachelor party." He escorted the bachelor up to the very front of the club, right in front of the DJ, with 3 of his friends. And so he took 4 of the guys up to the very front to dance right in front of the DJ, like right in the middle of everything. In fact, it was in front of a rail. So like the general populace, the peons, the non-bottle service peasants at the club, they couldn't even get that close. They had to just watch and stand
Wow.
behind my cousin and his buddies dancing. So
That
they
was
would
just the
like,
4 dudes up there dancing?
yeah. Well, there were like 8 of us, hanging back. No, I mean 4 dudes and surrounded by a million other people, but
Okay.
they got but like the whole time security's checking on us. At one point, and this is
Really?
this is the highlight of the night, Brian. The highlight of the night. I had told my cousin I'm going to be on hot girl duty. And what that means is I'm going to make sure that no hot chick jumps the rope or tries to like rope in one of the guys and start getting free drinks from us.
Right.
Because I don't like moochers.
No, definitely not. I'm with you.
And I don't like when hot girls think they can get away with doing anything just because they're hot, because they
Hot
know they
They
can.
know they can do whatever they want. That's been their life. That's been their entire existence, being hot.
So the security guy kind of taking care of our booth, he goes, "You guys want some girls in here?" And our point guy, we had a point guy that was like just less drunk than everybody that to kind of handle the bills and the tabs and stuff. He's like, yeah, bring some girls in. So
Whoa.
he finds this group. I don't know. This group of girls must have been walking by. There were like 8 or 9, like 6 to 8 or 9, smoking hot, young, like 20 something, unbelievable.
OnlyFans
Just
models?
basically better, just
Wow.
unrealistically beautiful club girls in Vegas. And they walk into our little area, and I didn't know what was going on. I just thought they were, someone invited them, or maybe they had a table in our area or something. But they come in, and A couple of them were cool. A couple of them were cool. Started talking to the dudes. A couple of them were not cool.
Yeah.
One of them, like one of the guys, like handed one a drink, and she kind of gave him this look, like, "Why are you giving this to me?" Kind of a thing, you know. And it's like there are guests,
Because
right?
I'm trying to roofie you, baby.
So immediately, like literally within 1 minute, the guy goes up to our point guy and he goes, "Hey, are you not feeling this?" Like, and he's like, "No, their vibe is off, man." And he's like, "Do you want him to go?" And he's like, "Yeah, I don't really want him here." And this dude whose job it is to get us to spend money, right? And it would have gone real fast with those girls there. Immediately, he's just like, "All right, you're out." Gets every single one of them to turn around on their ass and march their ass out of there. And we kicked out close to 10, like tens. And it was just the most satisfying thing of the
That
entire
I like, that
weekend.
you don't have to get into it with them.
No, oh
Just tell
no,
your
no.
guy, "Hey, man."
Dude, we were handled. That's the thing. And that's the thing. Like, because I was telling my wife about it. And she, okay, of course, no one's going to spend $1,200 on a bottle of Grey Goose, right? But if you're with the group and you can make the money work, maybe you got some casino winnings and you can, or maybe it's a special occasion, you're treated like a king.
Yeah.
You've got people got your back. They're there to make sure you have a great time. No one's going to mess with you. You get to do what you want. And then later in the night, when the club started to empty out a little bit, they moved our table and they moved us all to like the very front of the club right next to the stage
Wow.
because their crowd control was so on point. They would like move tables and stuff and like move the crowd and everything and close off sections. So it always felt really full no matter where you were.
Oh.
It was rock star, man. I gotta tell you, Zouk nightclub, like in Hilton Resorts World, Tiesto has a residency there. So he's there
Okay.
like twice a month. And man, it's just it's a thing I will never be able to probably afford to do with a group of people that cool ever again.
Man,
Yeah.
you gots to like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. It makes for a good story. Would
Oh,
you do it again if you went out there? Would you bottle service again?
hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Bottle cervix again?
If I had to pay $1,000 for a good club night bottle service and I won a few hundred at roulette, maybe, and I had the money. If I had the money, I don't really have the money right now because I've been unemployed for 5 months, but
Right.
I will have the money because I'm going to start aggressively saving money. And I don't
To
know,
blow it on booze.
maybe when I'm 40, man. Maybe when I'm 40, I'll grab a few friends, do 40th
There you
birthday
go.
bash,
How
get some
many
bottle
years is that?
service. It's 2.
Okay. Man. 40 be a good time to go out there, blow, $40,000. I don't know. I'm thinking, and I'm not trying to be curmudgeonly about it. Even when I was young, and I've been in Vegas a lot, and a lot of times I was working Vegas. But like I'd rather go out and drop a couple hundred on a really good meal. I've never been a club guy. I would go, but it was never really my vibe.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. I didn't feel like I fit in. I wasn't successful with the ladies in that kind of atmosphere. I was successful with the ladies in different atmospheres, and just the throbbing music and half the time I wanted to kill somebody. So yeah, and I don't. Boy, that just seems. I'm glad that you had fun. I'm glad people have fun. It just doesn't sound like something I would even want to do. Now, granted, fast forward to, I win the lottery and then I'm living in a corner booth at one of these clubs, just bottle servicing my ass off, dropping 20 large a night. Just like job. I also like, I think at a certain age, it looks sad.
Oh,
Like
sure.
you're still in the age group where it's cool. Like at a certain age, you look like a mope. And I know even mopes with a lot of money can, pull tens, but at what cost? You know,
Yeah.
go to the lounge. You'll, you'll pull somebody for a couple hundred. That's it.
I'm with you. It is excessive. It is
Your
wasteful.
dad wants to go. Your dad wants to go get bottle service.
I'm totally down.
I just see your dad there sitting in shades with his kilt on, playing some mini bagpipes while the girls are coming in to get some $1,200 vodka from him.
I mean, our family's got a lot of games, so we'd be in a lot of trouble.
Oh, there'd be a lot of game out there
if we went out there. But I'm a club type of. I'm a bottle service at a club type of guy. Like, I like to go to the clubs of Vegas, so it's for me. When I talk to my wife, and even when I went, I'm like, it was one of the best DJ sets I've ever seen. It was so hot. I was all about it, but I wouldn't bring her because that's not her scene.
Yeah.
What I will say is, I think in your case or in her case, like if someone put a gun to your head and they're like, get bottle service, the day club's the way to go because it's a pool party.
Yeah.
It's a pool party with a great DJ. All you do is sit out there in the Vegas sun, get some sun, drink some vodka, hang out, watch the ladies get in and out of the pool, listen to some great beats. Like that, I think is a pretty universally appealing.
That sounds more fun.
Yeah. And you're outside. It's not.
I say all this, and you know me. You know I love to be sequestered from the public. You know I like special treatment. I like to be behind the velvet rope. I like oh, Mr. Noonan, you come in this way. I like the special table, at a restaurant, that kind of stuff. I like that.
Yeah.
But just not in that atmosphere. Like the daytime thing, like getting a cabana at a pool and spending money sitting there all day. That's to me, that sounds all right. But I also have a very low tolerance for BS and schmooze. So like, that's why I always hated going to Hooters when they fawn all over you in that fake, I don't want, shut up. That's why I hate Ed DeBevics. I don't like any of that fake stuff. I know the deal. All right. That's kind of why I don't like strip joints either. I know the deal. All right. You're here because I have money. You're trying to get me to spend more money. Chill out. I'll spend the money you need me to spend, but don't blow smoke up my ass unless that's extra. And then we're not doing it here at the pool. Okay. We're taking that up to the suite.
Yeah.
But so I don't know. I'm torn. I like the exclusivity of the experience that you just described. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
We'll have to put it in a different environment, and I'm down.
Yeah.
And
you've done all inclusives in like the Dominican Republic.
And I always buy the exclusive package where I get to go to the private bar and I get to, I don't have to mingle with the great unwashed all the time. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah. It's less than $1,000 a day.
Oh yeah. It's like yeah. That's even now, me, I know what I could spend for booze at home versus what I got to pay for booze out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's the same booze. Plus, I don't have to stand in line for the bathroom. I mean, it's the same amount of action. 0. So,
well, the only thing that might make me feel better, is on another bachelor party trip that one of the guys had been to in Miami. They got bottle service, and someone got a bucket of Modelo's. Like what's in a bucket? Like 12?
6 or 10?
6 or 10? Okay. How much do you think the bucket of Modelo cost?
$250.
In Miami, $750. So they get the bill, apparently, and he's just like, this can't be right. And the whole party just lost their mind. A bucket of Modelo, $750.
$750.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God I don't have friends who are getting married. That's wow. Want to go to a bachelor party? No, I don't think so. I'm buying a car. So I really don't have time to go to your bachelor party. Wow.
If you ever get the chance, this was a once in a lifetime kind of deal,
No, it's again, like I said, I like the experience. Sounds fun. It's where the experience took place that for me is just not where I want to be, But if I could sit outside at a pool and smoke a cigar and drink, old fashions all day. Like one time I was in Vegas, I don't know what it was for, and I drank Manhattans nonstop, like from morning till I passed out at night. I was drinking Manhattan because at the Flamingo during happy hour is 2 for $1. So I was drinking double fisted Manhattans
You're double
all
fisting.
day, and then I was drinking Manhattans at night. And the people I was with were like, "Holy cow, how are you still standing?" I was like, "Oh, probably watered down Manhattans. I don't care." Bang, 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 bang. So I wouldn't mind that, sitting somewhere where they were just, and listen, if a beautiful woman wants to pour them for me, just keep your jibber jabber to yourself. Just pour my drink and look pretty, honey. That's all. I don't have time for your jibber jabber.
Yeah, I got peer pressure by our server into one drink at the club. I was a very light
Did
drinker
you
at the
have now?
club.
Do you have to? You tip on top of this, right?
Yeah, at the end of the night on the bill.
Okay, so the
Yeah.
bill's $9,000. What are you tipping on $9,000? $1,800?
I didn't see a single receipt because there were two guys in the party handling it all, and we're all gonna get a bill at some point. And then
Oh
I'll
my
probably
god! So you don't even know how much you spent.
no. I'm in my head. I'm planning on giving somebody $900, and
That doesn't sound like enough.
I'm hoping that's high. My friends, the consensus was there's no way it's going to be above that. But again, I won $400 on roulette, and I walked out up $400. So I beat the casino for the first time ever.
Did you?
I
Did
beat
you
Vegas.
though?
Actually, so I beat Vegas. No. When we kicked those girls out of our booth, that's when we beat Vegas.
Yes, okay. That you did beat Vegas at that point.
Highlight of the
That
story
is
because they were such hot stuff, They were such hot stuff. They could do whatever they wanted. They could walk in and be like, "Who are you? Give me your drink." Like, and you know
Yeah.
what? We were like GTFO, bros before hoes. Y'all are done, and we just got them out of there. It was amazing.
And did they put up any stink when the bouncer was trying to toss them?
No, they were pretty chill. One even had a shot in her hand, and like one of the guys took it out of her hand, or the bouncer or somebody like took it out of her hand. Like it was like, get out of here, you're done. It was great. So
Wow.
satisfying because that never happens. That never happens. The power dynamic in a club or bar, anywhere you go as a male is the hot young girls get to do whatever they want. And here we were just like, no, we're the bottle service people here. It was so satisfying.
Yeah, you were the big shots.
Mm-hmm.
You were the man amongst men.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, it was tight.
It was tight. So now you come home, you've abandoned your family. You blew all their money. But you won $400.
Actually, I came out even more ahead because I was supposed that was all Friday night. We were out till 6 a.m., right?
Oh,
I was supposed to fly back Sunday afternoon. So I was supposed to stay a whole nother day. And after I woke up at like 2 p.m., I was like, I can't, we have peaked. We've peaked with 2 bottle service in one day. Vegas will not, like, sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
And I was like, I got to get out of here before it's too late. And I rebooked my flight for 10 p.m. I called my wife and I was like, I'm coming to help you watch the kids. I'm going to be home Sunday morning. I got in Sunday morning at like 4 a.m. And I got home, took a nap, and was home all day because Vegas is a lot.
Vegas is a lot. And
there's a time
you're right.
limit.
If things started off that good, they're not gonna keep getting better and better. Like Saturday night might have been a nightmare.
Well, Saturday night, someone in our hotel got shot with a gun to death. He died.
Man,
there was a fatality.
Yeah, see, I told you it wouldn't have gotten better.
No, everyone in my party was safe, but 2 people were locked out high on edibles and they couldn't get to our room because the whole LVPD was there. So yeah, I'd say that things took a turn, and I'm glad I wasn't part of that.
Yeah, well, thank goodness you're home.
Mm-hmm.
Lighter in the wallet, but wiser in your experiences.
Yes.
I can't imagine though how beautiful the women must have been there. I just can't imagine.
It was the 2 that actually came up and stood next to me. Actually, I was actually uncomfortable with how beautiful they were and how close they were to me. I was like, I don't know. I can't process because the show was so good. I was already in the middle of like the best DJ set I've ever heard. Basically, the ceiling is pulsing in and out. The lasers are everywhere. Like I'm having that. All my my cousin, all his friends are there. I'm having the time of my life. Yeah, I was out of my mind, and I'm just like, I'm just like, I don't need this. Like, this is too much.
I don't
It's like,
need it.
I'm already practically overloaded. Like, just get out. And then when I left, I was like, it's great. It's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
So beautiful they made you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I'm just
So that was my week.
processing that for a minute.
That was my story. Sorry, it took a lot longer
Wow,
than I
no,
thought.
that's a
but
great story because that's wow. That is terrific. I'm happy for you. Good for you.
Thanks.
Now, what do you wear? What's the dress code? Do these clubs have a dress code?
Oh, very strict dress code.
All right.
They will not let you in with certain shoes, so I wear jeans and a button down untucked with a blazer. It's pretty standard.
Okay. Okay.
Usually jeans and a button down is pretty standard. Only my cousin and I wear a blazer.
Really?
So yeah, and you gotta wear dress shoes to be safe, but you can get in with like Air Jordans or like certain sneakers that are trendy,
High-end sneakers.
high end or just trendy, fashionable. Like you like Jordans, right? So yeah,
What if I wore my Yeezys? Could I get in with my Yeezys?
I don't know what that is.
Those are Kanye's gym shoes.
He still has shoes.
He
Wait, he's
did.
not a basketball player.
I know.
Why does he have shoes?
Because he designed them and sold them. You really don't know about Yeezys?
No, that sounds dumb.
Oh, they're the ugliest things on the planet. They're horrific. It looks like, you have a pockmarked melting zombie on your foot, but they were cool for a minute.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So we know what you got to dress it up. You got to look like you have bottle service money.
Mm.
All right.
One of our old listeners on the overnight show offered me bottle service in Chicago.
No.
There was a listener. I think this is so curious. It was women 15 years ago. There was a guy that got my cell number who was a listener. I don't remember how I must have given it to him when he called one time. And he would text me like funny pictures he found. But he said he was like a manager or owned or something, Underground Lounge or some other bar downtown, and offered me bottle service.
Was it Billy Deck?
I don't know who it was. I don't remember the guy's name or the bar or anything, but there was a guy and he specifically said, you and your friend should come out. I'll hook you up with bottle service. And I didn't know what that meant. And I worked weekends with you, so I couldn't do it anyway. So I never followed up with him. But now I'm like, God, I could have been like a 23-year-old hotshot with bottle service in Chicago.
You'd have been a baller back then before there even were ballers.
I wouldn't have known how to dress or talk to anybody there. It would have been a disaster.
Well, that's the good thing. If you're up there, you don't have to talk to anybody unless you bring them in to your little orbit.
And we didn't. It was just us. It was like 12 dudes. We're like having a great time. It was like, let's just go, dude.
Man. See, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. And you bailed early, so that's good.
Bailed from Vegas.
What do the ladies wear? They got to be all dressed up.
They wear skirts with that show off so much of their legs you can't even believe there's that much leg.
Wow.
The shortest skirts you've ever seen. A lot of them wear heels, not super skanky heels, just like heels. Heels, very short, tight dresses. Very, very short, tight, sleeveless dresses.
I wonder how many of them are professional.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
There were some freaky chicks in that club. Like literally one was like gyrating and basically doing a striptease for our booth. And I thought she was either a hooker or a stripper or paid by the club, but it was just her and like 5 of her girlfriends being super slutty, like, and like in a fetish way. Like she would like come and like do some, like talk to one of our guys and then make like a pouty face. She was like into some freaky stuff. But there were some freaks there, dude. Like, I don't know what they were on or doing, but like, I mean, more power to them. I'm not criticizing, but there were some freaks there, man. It was nuts.
Man, it's been so long since I've been to Vegas, and I don't know. I'm trying to think if I've ever been in a club there. There used to be in the MGM, there was kind of a club that was, this was in the days when the real exclusive clubs were like just starting. They hadn't really taken over yet. And the MGM it was like their lounge, but it was in the middle and it was a huge pulsating kind of club.
Nice.
I went in that one for a very short time. It was like, I just got to get somewhere to drink. And that was it. And then when I was working, I'd get done at the Riv, and I'd go drink at the bar, or I'd go, to the Stardust or wherever and drink there because that's really all I was doing. Until one night I got propositioned by a hooker at the Riviera who looked like a
What?
kindergarten teacher, who I never would have guessed was a hooker.
Hmm.
And I'm just sitting there drinking, and she's like, "Hi, how are you?" And oh, hi, how are you? I'm good. And then within like 3 questions, it was, "So should we go up to your room?" I was like, "Oh no, I'm drinking. Thanks very much. Have a good night." And then she she walked away. But she was dressed like a kindergarten teacher. She had a big cowl neck sweater and just some regular pants. Um, you would have seen her walking down. You'd never in a million years, you never would have guessed she was a hooker.
You sure she wasn't just a really friendly kindergarten teacher?
Um, no, I didn't get that vibe. Could have been the Manhattans talking, but
Hmm.
you know, thankfully the Manhattans talk sense to me.
Hmm.
They, they when I'm on bourbon, it's yeah, we don't play. We don't play games.
Were you dressed like a principal?
No, I was dressed in show clothes. So my clown shoes and squirting flour on my lapel, a big bow tie that spun around and a beanie,
Hmm.
which is what I always wear on stage, you know that.
Right.
So I was in those show clothes.
Yeah. I've been meaning to talk to you about that. Is that part of the dress code for stand-up comics?
Well, I try to set my own, you know. There's no real dress code. It used to be in the 80s, it was the blazer with the sleeves pushed up. A lot of guys with the skinny piano tie. That was a look.
Oh.
Um, I've kind of no, I've kind of kept my same look my entire my entire life, which is sad, you know, but it works for me. So, yeah. Well, that's man. Yeah, what because I wouldn't even know. I know a lot of the hotels that I used to go to aren't even there anymore. So I don't know, um, I always stayed like when we would drive over from LA and stay there, I always liked the Flamingo.
Yeah.
I like their pool. It's old school. It's right in the heart of the strip. It's near everything. I've stayed at the Paris, which was fine. I think that was the only like jazzy. I stayed at the Stardust back a long time ago. That's gone.
Yeah.
Stayed at the Riv, that's gone. Um, but the Riviera, when I would work there, they would give us these big rooms. They weren't suites, but they were giant rooms, just giant. Like you could play football in these rooms. And I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. Uh, and then you'd get to eat at the employee cafeteria
What?
because we were employees. So if we wanted to eat at like if at 3 in the morning you wanted a Reuben sandwich, you go down to the bowels of the Riviera and go in and they'll make you can get something to eat.
For free?
Yeah, because we worked there.
Nice.
Because we were employees.
When's the last time you were there
Oh
working?
my God. Uh it was after we moved back from LA. Boy, I don't know. It was before I started working at GN.
So at least 15
15
years.
years, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Like 20 years. Wow. All right.
Long time.
No desire to go back. And after
I
my
actually
story.
I actually reached out to a club out there. So, you never know. Go back. But I like to go back to work. I
Yeah.
always found Vegas fun for like 2 days. And then because when I turned 40, I went out there. We were out there for I think almost a week.
Oh God,
That
no.
was too much.
No,
It was
dude.
It was 5 days maybe. It was too much.
2 days is 2 nights is the max. You
Yeah.
get in, you stay out super late. The first full day you're there, you party really hard, and then the next day you get out. Every time. That's it.
That's gotta be the way. Because we were there and it was like, oh my God. That was I think that was Manhattan time. Or maybe not. Because we went there and renewed our wedding vows. I think on our 10th anniversary, we got remarried by Elvis.
Nice.
And that coincided with my cousin graduating from UNLV. So that was nice. And then I went there for my 40th because we were living in LA. But yeah, now I don't know. I never really liked to gamble because I never had the money. So I enjoy it. I enjoy going. There was still a rush, but now there's other places I like to go and want to go. So where if I'm spending money, I'm getting something in return.
Wait, but if you gamble and you win, then you actually get more money.
True, but I would win a little here and there.
Yeah.
You know.
But you're supposed to you want to win.
Oh, I know I want to win.
So
But they didn't build all those hotels with all of us going out there and winning.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, cause I told my friends, I was like, I want to go make some money. So I'm going to go play roulette and win. And then I went and then I won and then I left and then I had more money. So
Well, sure. If you know when to quit.
You just do that.
Well, sure. No, there were times when I would do that. I'd go up a little, or I'd win. I'd win $100. We'd go out to dinner. Then the next day, maybe I'd win $50 and we'd buy some drinks. So I was winning to cover my expenses, which was fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not against it. I've never been so flush with cash that it's like I could just, if I lose, I don't care. I always cared if I lost.
I would care if I lose too.
Debbie had the weirdest Vegas math anyway, because she would only plays slots. So if she won on the slots, she would keep it in a bucket, and she'd keep. So there were all these buckets up in our room of change, and she goes, "Oh, I won $300. Okay, what'd you spend? Well, I spent 500, but I won 300. So you won 200? No, I want. Look at all this over here. This is all my winnings. I go, yeah, but what about where are your losses? I don't count those. Oh, okay. I'm not sure how that works in the accounting world, but so you don't count how much you actually lost. You only count what you won. So there was always a discrepancy in the dollar amounts. I could never figure out if she won or lost. Or like I would go and I'd say, all right, I have $200, let's say, that I'm going to gamble with. Well, if at the end I had 201, then I won. If I had 198, I lost. So pretty simple, I think, but Vegas math is always fun.
It's different.
It's different.
It's different. Because I was 40 down in roulette, then I was 60 down in craps, so I was down 100 total, and then I was up a bunch in roulette. So I think I was up 420 in roulette. So minus the 100, I was up 320, and then I won a bet on a basketball game, so I was up 400.
Wow, nice! Look at you gambling all over. What do you play at roulette? Do you have certain numbers? Do you split your numbers 2 ways, 4 ways? What do you play? Straight up, 35-1.
10 on the outside on black.
Okay.
10 on the inside on 24.
Okay.
It's my wife's birthday.
All right.
And then I take 5 single chips and I spread them across the board.
Okay.
So I put one on 4, one on 8, one on a crosshair, a couple like that. Usually I'll win a little bit back from the ones. The table I was at where I won a bunch, it landed on black 10 times in a row.
Whoa.
So it just kept paying me back for the 24 bet. And after 6 spins, it hit 24.
Boom.
So that's a $360 payout plus the 10 from the black. So it's a $370 payout. So I got that. And that's when I was like, this is where it's hard, because this is where you have to not blow it all and you keep it. And that's where Vegas gets you. It's more about money management than gambling.
Yes.
So, but I knew what I was doing. I was like, all right, I'm going to keep playing while it's black. As soon as there's a red number, I'm gone. And like 4 spins later, there was a red number and I was gone. So
wow.
I did pretty
nice.
Good.
Yeah. I always played the same numbers. Some I'd split to 2, a couple I'd do 4, and then I'd hit, even if I was splitting on the 4, some I'd drop a full one on, and then there'd still be the 4th. So yeah, it was birthdays, anniversaries, stuff like that.
It's a fun game.
Do it up. Yeah, it's fun. You watch it roll, no more bets. Then you go, and you watch that ball pop and you see it hit in your thing and you're going to win $1 million and it pops right out, you son of a bitch. And then it just keeps rolling. You're like, oh, I hate you, Vegas. And then at least sitting at the tables, they bring you free drinks.
I didn't get any free drinks when I was there. Kind of
No,
disappointing.
they saw you coming.
Yeah, they knew I
You
was winning.
you were a mark. You were a whale. They were gonna land you. You and your buddies with your big hair and your giant foreheads coming in to,
Yeah,
you know,
gigantic forehead.
just make some money. Some do re mi.
Mo for the money.
Oh, you gotta get more for the money. That's man, that sounds good. That sounds good. I have not well, last time I was at a casino was in New Orleans and it had a bad vibe.
Really?
Yeah. So Debbie was playing the slots and I was sitting in the coffee shop drinking a cup of coffee like a mope.
Was this during your last trip?
No, this was a while ago.
Uh,
Then she realized that it's got bad mojo in that casino.
See, I would never go to a casino outside of Las Vegas.
Yeah.
I just like Rockford's building a casino. Hell no.
I'll
I
never
am
be there.
walking into a Rockford casino. First of all, someone's getting shot there the first 6 months it's up. I'm calling it
Wow.
now.
All right.
I'm calling it now. It's Rockford, right? Also, even more depressing than the people who don't have any money, who spend all their money going to Vegas to lose their money, is people who don't have any money, who don't have the money to go to Vegas to blow their money. So they just stay in Rockford to blow their money. Like, kill me.
Oh,
It's
I
so
used to
depressing.
I used to see that one because there used to be buses that would take people from the city here out to the casinos in Indiana. And I'm like, "Oh man, no thanks."
Hell no. Hell no. Absolutely not. And all these little, oh my God, I put $3 in the slot machines at the airport. And I was like, this really is the worst waste of
I know
money.
people who've won at the airport though.
Really?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
slots just ideologically, there's something I'm
Debbie
opposed.
loves the slots,
I
the
can't.
quarter, the 25-cent progressives,
Oh my
and it
God.
just keeps going up, and oh, man. Um, the last time she won money, I think she won like 3 or $400. We went to see a concert at the Horseshoe in Indiana, and I was gonna play blackjack with, $50. I lost it in, like, 4 hands.
God.
So I was out. But she was so then I have a cigar and I have a drink and I'm sitting around and she's playing the slots and I walk up to her and it didn't hit and she goes, "Get away from me, you're bad luck." I'm like, "Oh, all right. I'll be at the bar." You know?
Dude, the last time I played blackjack at the MGM Grand, I was so bad the dealer told me to stop. I was with my wife and she's like, "Can you please just make him stop playing right now? Like, he's so bad."
How are you so bad at blackjack?
I don't know. I don't play blackjack just because blackjack's easy to understand
Yeah.
doesn't mean it's actually like fun or has good odds. So
No, it's got bad. I think the worst odds are roulette though.
the worst
I
odds?
think so. I think the worst odds are roulette. I
I
think your
don't think
best odds are at craps.
craps are pretty good odds. I don't know about your worst odds. Like if you bet on black, those aren't terrible odds. It's basically 50-50.
Yeah, you and Wesley Snipes always betting on black.
Is that what he does?
It's a line from Passenger 57. It was like
Uh,
the iconic line in the trailer, you know? So, sorry to upset you with that,
no,
but
it's all good. Well, look, dude,
listen, it's already 10 o'clock. We're
no,
already out of time.
no, we're not out of time. We
We're out
started
of
late. Well,
time.
you
We
had
did shout
I
I
previewed several things that you didn't
we
get to
had a
talk
lot of
about.
time, or we had a lot of stuff. I don't know where to go.
Do you want to
Tomorrow's pajama day at
tomorrow?
school. Tomorrow is pajama day because um it's kind of a long story. We have these things at school called Eagle Eyes. They're little incentives. If kids are following directions, if they're doing good work, if they're being a nice friend, whatever, you give them an Eagle Eye. I started giving Eagle Eyes to our class just so they'd come in with their iPads charged every morning. Because these little derelicts take their iPads home and they come back in the morning. God only knows what they and their families are doing on these iPads at home. But they come back and they're like, "Oh, Mr. Noonan, I'm at 12%." I go, and I've tried to use the analogy of these are your tools. If you built buildings and you came to work without your hammer, and these analogies are lost on 6-year-olds. They don't know what building things are. They don't know what a hammer is. They don't, so I said, "Hey, if you come in every morning, I'm going to check your iPads. And if you're at 100%, you get an Eagle Eye." So they store up these Eagle Eyes. And then every month, PBIS is like a behavior program that teaches, be kind, don't bully, blah blah blah, all kind of stuff. And they bring around this cart every month with a lot of little cheesy things in it, like maybe one of those poppers or pens or racers. Well, this year they started selling like real world experiences. So for a certain amount of Eagle Eyes, you could have show and tell for, one day, or you could be the line leader for a day, or you could get crazy hair day for your entire class, or you could buy pajama day for your whole class. So we had two kids. Friday the cart came, and the PTO mom who was doing it, every time she brought me in a new certificate, she would just go, "You got another certificate." So we had two kids buy pajama day. We had two kids buy show and tell. We had one kid buy lunch with the teacher. And then he said to me, Mr. Noonan, I want this to be lunch with both teachers. I was like, well, you only bought one certificate and my name comes second. So I'm out. And he's like, what? I was like, yeah, no, okay, we'll do both teachers will have lunch. And what else do we have some kids buy?
How how many Eagle Eyes for bottle service?
Like water bottle service?
Mm-hmm.
I think you could sit on flexible seating, like on bean bags, with water bottles where we would bring you buckets of ice and perhaps some little, Powerade packets. That
Oh,
was 6,000 Eagle Eyes.
yeah. You got to make one that's like 54,000 Eagle Eyes just to have it there.
But knowing the fifth graders, they would save it all up and combine it so that at the end, so two of our kids bought pajama parties. One of them left. He's already on spring break a week before spring break. He and his family left for Florida on Saturday. He's not coming back for 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, okay. And he was very nervous that we were going to use his pajama day when he wasn't here. And I was like, I'm not a jerk. No, I said, obviously we're going to wait till you get back. But then another kid bought pajama day. So I'm talking to my co-teacher today and she's like, you want to just get this over with and do pajama day tomorrow? Or she goes, you want to do it tomorrow or Thursday? I go, I don't care. She's like, well, all right, you got to make the decision. I go, all right, let's do it tomorrow. So we don't have to, wear regular clothes. And then she goes, well, let me ask the kid who bought it. And I'm standing there and she goes, listen, you got to when do you want it? Do you want it tomorrow or do you want it Thursday? He's like, and he's giving this a lot of thought. Like, we just asked him which of his parents he wants to execute. He's not sure. I don't know. And I go, what do you think, Max? I go, tomorrow. Done. Good. Well, she sends a note home to all the parents. Tomorrow's pajama day. We come back in at 2:25 from PE, and we start getting ready to go home at like 10 to 3. She makes the announcement that we're going to have pajama day. Oh my goodness, the class is in an uproar. They can't believe it. They're so excited. Then she says, do you have any questions? What followed that simple question was, I'm not exaggerating, over 10 minutes of first graders asking the most ridiculous questions about pajama day.
Like what?
Well, like one young man said, do we need to wear underclothes under our pajamas? And she's like, I don't know. I don't think so. And I'm like, wow, pretty lenient on the undergarments. Turns out he was talking about like a whole other outfit under his pajamas. I don't know why. And then can we bring stuffed animals? No. Can we wear slippers? No. Can I bring a blanket? No. What if can I wear my soft pajamas? What other options are there? What kind of burlap sack are you sleeping in at home, kid? What's going on? And then it went on. And then one girl looks at me and so I'm in the front of the classroom. The other teachers at the other end, they're all looking at her and she's answering these questions. And I am up front and I am crying because it will not stop. The dumb questions just will. And at one point I made a face and I wasn't even looking at her, but she saw, and she starts laughing so hard she can't talk. She's like laying on her table. She cannot talk. And they keep, and she's like, no more. I go, we got a lot of questions, Mrs. Collins. We should really continue asking. And then I raise my head. Yes, Mr. Noonan. Do they need to be flame retardant? Stop it, Mr. Noonan. More questions. What about robes? Can we wear robes? Big fluffy robes? No, I don't think we should wear big fluffy robes. I'm like, okay.
What? Why not?
I don't know. So then this girl turns to me and she goes, Mr. Noonan. I go, yeah. My mom wants me to wear clothes under my pajamas. I'm like, okay. Well, that's up to your mom. And another girl turns around and goes, I don't have a dad. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Well, ask your grown-up. Whatever your grown-ups want. That's what you good, because I don't have a dad. I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't mention anybody's dad, but I'm sorry. I don't know. You don't have a dad. Do you have pajamas? Because that's really what this whole conversation is about. Coming in pajamas tomorrow. So at one point, after about 10 minutes, I got fed up, and I go, friends, because I call them all friends, even though they're not my friends. Go, friends. You all sleep in pajamas, right? Yes. I go, then here's the deal. Tomorrow, when you wake up, you either get out of bed and come right to school, or you put on some new pajamas, or you put on some sweats or whatever you're comfortable in, and you can come to school however you want. It's really easy. But Mr. Noonan, what if my my pajamas are dirty? What? Oh, that was another one. What if he kept calling them pajamas? And I'm like, I don't want to know what you do in your jammies, friend. My pajamas. What if all my pajamas are dirty and they're in the what did he call it? He didn't call it a basket. I don't think he called it a bucket. Something like, what if all my pajamas are dirty? And she's like, I don't know. Talk to your grown-ups. I don't know what to tell you if your pajamas are dirty. He was the one who wanted to know about the underclothes. So I get home and I find this vintage picture of 4 guys standing around, and they're all in like old-timey underwear. And I text her and I go, I'm trying to decide which underclothes to wear tomorrow for pajama day.
Yeah, you don't have a big onesie?
No, I did come home and wash my pajama pants. So I'm just gonna wear pajama pants and a sweatshirt. I'm going for comfort. That's all. Tammy says, my daughter got mad at me when I made her put on clean pajamas instead of the one she slept in the night before pajama day. Sandy, I'm just wearing very simple tomorrow. I'm wearing some blue flannel pajama pants, and then either a blue Bears sweatshirt to match or a gray crew neck sweatshirt just to be casual. Because I don't have like a set of pajamas like the old time, where you have the top and the bottoms that match and button up the front. You know what I mean?
Mute? Am I locked? Am I there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, now I can hear you. Yeah.
Oh.
You look like you were just puzzled. And I was like, wow, you're really taking this seriously. You're putting a lot of consideration into this.
You don't have a pair of dark blue silk pajamas that button up, that's a top and a bottom separately?
No, I don't.
All right. Your birthday's coming up, right? I've got some work to do. I need your sizes.
For silk pajamas?
It's got to happen.
I would love to have gone in a smoking jacket like Hugh Hefner, in some pajamas with those old school leather slip-on slippers and a smoking jacket and a big pipe, and then not do any work. Just sit at my desk and blow bubbles out of the pipe. What are you doing, Mr. I have this. So I dyed my hair green for St. Patrick's Day at school. I don't know if we've had a thing since then.
This year?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I sprayed my hair green. It was fun, I guess. Whatever. So the kids all got a big kick out of it, which is why I did it. Most of the kids, a couple 5th graders walk by and go, nice hair. I'm like, shut up, you punk. But now, ever since, there's this one kid in my class, and she's kind of a pain. Every day I walk out, now you have white hair. I go, I have the same color hair I did yesterday. I only had different color hair one day. It was green. My hair has been the same color every day. Every day I come out, now you have white hair. I don't have white hair. You
child.
Squeak, you child. So yeah, I don't have that. So that's that's tomorrow. Today was so every day. Um, I'm kind of in charge of. We both have certain things we do in the morning to get the class ready. So I always every kid gets breakfast. The breakfast comes in a milk crate, and there's a sheet, and we just mark off that every kid had breakfast because it's easier that way. And and if they're not getting it, then sometimes they cut it back, and then you don't get enough, and whatever. So every day it's the same thing. The kids come, they get their breakfast. I mark off that every kid gets it because almost all the kids do. Last Thursday, we're sitting in there, and one of the lunch ladies comes in, and she's like, "Hey, guess what? You want a contest?" What do you mean? Your class, you and the other first grade class, you won a pizza party for National Breakfast Week because we sent out an email and you guys, all your kids were getting breakfast every day. So you guys won. And I'm like, okay. And I immediately I know why we got it. Because without knowing it, we had perpetrated a fraud because all our kids did get breakfast. Well, it turns out the other first grade teacher does the same thing because just check them off. It's easy. And when I'm not there, my co-teacher does the same thing, just marks them all. So they tell us, okay, here's the deal. You're going to get some pizza. We don't know where it's from. It might be the horrible lunch pizza that they serve to the kids with just these rectangles that look kind of orange and funky. And then they put undercooked fries on the tray with it. And I'm like, ugh. They go, but you guys want it. And then they said, but we can't serve it in the lunchroom because it's going to cause confusion. And I'm like, I don't understand this. So we don't know what's going on, really. We know that lunch was supposed to be delivered to our classroom today. So at about 10 to 11, here comes the lady from the lunchroom with a cart, and she's got 6 pizzas, not from the cafeteria, from an actual pizzeria, and then 2 giant trays of really horrible cold undercooked fries and little cartons of apple juice. So, but we had in the meantime had to tell the kids, listen, it's pizza day, but if you don't want pizza, you can still order a regular lunch, and if you bring a lunch, everybody can get pizza. The pizza's coming for everybody. But if you want, so I ended up taking kids from our class in the next door, like 16, 18 kids down to the lunchroom so they could get, and I'm like, this is a recipe for disaster. They were going to give them their lunch on the tray and have them walk all the way back to the classroom. And I'm like, these kids can't hold a pencil without having an epileptic fit. How are they going to carry a tray with food down there? Well, miraculously, no kid spilled their tray. Then the pizza was actually good pizza.
Huh.
It was cheese pizza, but it was from a place. And it was like, this is good pizza. So now we have to sit in the classroom with the kids that eat, which is so half our lunch is shot, but we're eating the pizza and the kids are like, oh, Mr. Noonan, what do you think of this pizza? How would you rate this pizza? This is the greatest pizza ever. I've never had pizza. Mr. Noonan, this is a 10 out of 10. I'm giving this pizza. What do you give this pizza? I go, it's pretty good. I'll give a 6 out of 10. Oh, no, I'm giving it 100 out of 100, Mr. Noonan. This pizza is the greatest pizza of all time. I can't believe it. And I'm like, boy, you guys really need to get out some more.
They know fractions?
They know. We just finished a writing thing where they rated their favorite restaurant out of 5 stars.
All right.
So they know that much. And then some of them are prone to hyperbole.
Would they teach kids to write Yelp reviews in first grade now?
It's an opinion piece, but yes, it's basically a Yelp review.
Okay.
The good news, though, is everybody got 5 stars. Didn't matter where you went. If they got to pick their restaurant, it was McDonald's, KFC, Starbucks, they all got 5 stars. Everybody's getting 5 stars from these kids. These kids are easy to impress.
Wow.
Yeah, very easy. Why do you think this restaurant gets 5 stars? Because the food is yummy. All right, perfect. Thank you. You're all done. So
pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah. So those are the other things are just the other things were just horrible news stories. You know.
Oh, we don't want those.
No, we don't need to talk about Nashville. There's another shooting. I will say this: no drag queens shot these kids today. So Tennessee, where they just outlawed drag shows, it was not a drag performer that murdered 6 people at a Presbyterian school today. was a 28-year-old woman. Um, so that's fun. Then I didn't want to talk about the fact that we are inching ever closer to a civil war. I don't know if you saw the rally over the weekend
I
in
did
Waco.
not. I didn't hear it. Well,
Well,
I
you were
was
in
in
Vegas. You were
Vegas
getting bottle service,
trying not to
and
get shot.
yeah, money takes care of everything. But yeah, so there was a rally on the close to the site where 30 years ago, almost to the day, the Branch Davidians, uh, depending on who you believe, committed mass suicide or were the victims of an overreaching government. So Waco has become like the flashpoint for all extreme right wing anti-government military stuff, and that's where the former Orange Blob decided to have his rally.
Oh,
Where after Friday saying that there would be death and destruction if he was indicted, and they started the rally by playing highlights from January 6th. And then a group of inmates who were convicted because of January 6th were recorded singing a verse of the national anthem to start the assembly. So that's good. That's where the country's going.
so just leaning into the whole January 6th thing.
Yeah, it's a point of pride now that this is, we're taking it back. We're doing it. And then in the ultimate oh, I just lost the word, but hypocrisy. I mentioned something the other day. I was talking about how people say no one's above the law, but I believe there's a lot of people who are above the law, and it's proven every day in this country that there's a lot of people who truly are above the law. And somehow I mentioned Jim Jordan, and I called him a piece of human garbage.
Who's
You know,
Jim Jordan?
Jim Jordan is a congressman. He's head of one of the committees. He also was a coach at a college where a lot of the male wrestlers were being sexually abused, and he knew it and did nothing about it.
Hmm.
So, he's human garbage. But a texter texted something and called me a piece of garbage. And then I was like, wow, that's really classy. And he said, and I've noticed this, you can't criticize anybody on the right because there's no culpability. It's just deflect the blame to something else. Like he said, well, you said that about Jim Jordan, so you were classy first. I go, well, I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of sympathy for people who turn their blind eye to sexual assault. And that didn't stop. He goes, well, then you have to hate the teacher too who did it. And I'm like, stop. And then his quote was, I love you people like a Christian, but I hate you as Americans, divided forever. So that's the mentality that we're dealing with.
Wow. Was
Yeah,
he,
man.
do you think he was sitting there in his pajamas texting you this?
Could have been in his No, I'm guessing he was just in his underclothes,
Uh,
just sitting on a ratty recliner
you
that
think he
doesn't
had
recline
underwear?
anymore.
You
Huh?
think you think he had underwear?
I don't think it was in one piece.
Hmm.
I think it was tattered and very stained.
Mm.
But yeah, and I think it was not it was like cut off thermals. So it was thermal underwear cut like off at the knees and the elbows,
Yeah.
So that's what I picture. And a red MAGA hat.
Yeah. Is there a lot of meth in Wisconsin right now?
There's got to be. Well, no, there's just been a lot of Kool-Aid being drunk
Uh,
all over. A lot of Kool-Aid, a lot of orange Kool-Aid.
that's gross.
It is gross. It is gross.
We
So
had, I love that we had radically different stories, but I was talking to my wife about this. Like, my 2 nights ago, I was in a nightclub till 5 a.m. kicking hot girls out of a booth and
nice.
getting hammered, listening to an old DJ. And then, I'm at home and my little baby's laughing now, like giggling, laughing, and it's just adorable.
Yeah,
And it's like I'm more happy here doing that. And it's
of
but
course.
the vibe, like just your story about the little girl just laughing her face off, with the stupid questions and the face you made. And there's joy all around the world. There's just so much different flavors. You don't have to spend $2,000 on bottle service to
But
get
if
it.
you can, why not?
If you can't win, yes, I don't know. I'm a variety kind of guy. I like to go big and go home and then
All
see
right.
my family that I like. But I like that we had that spectrum of
There was a lot going on today.
of wonderment today. It followed by some just horrific things that are terrible. But I
Well,
hope that guy, kicks the meth habit and stops texting people.
no, I want to know where they are so I can find them. So I'm aware when it all hits the fan, which is going to pretty soon. I want to know where these idiots are coming from. And yes, I'm done with the patience. You are in a cult because nowhere in time have people worn, I've never worn anything about someone I voted for, whether it was a hat, a shirt, a flag, nothing.
Well, you can do it during campaign season, but after that, you're weird.
Yeah. And if you're calling someone the savior and yeah, you're a cult. You're basically a cult.
Wait, no, hold on. I do own a Bernie hoodie and it's really comfortable. So I wear it.
Okay, but okay. But you're not part of an organized movement that is trying to, destroy the quote unquote deep state.
No.
You got that? Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you wear your Bernie hoodie, but Bernie's not president.
Which is fine.
I understand. You're still upset about it. That's okay.
He would have won. Hey, we are out of time.
Hey, we are out of time. Speaking of going big and going home, let's go home because tomorrow's I gotta lay out my jammies for tomorrow and figure out what I can wear tonight so I'm not going in soiled fart-filled pajamas.
Yes.
Because
And
I debated washing them and Debbie said, you should really wash your pajama pants before you wear them to school tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know what that giant link is that Mike just dropped in there.
Mike, thank you for that. I'm horrified. It is a link to a Walmart.com book listing of a book by Helgard Mueller called President Donald J. Trump, the Son of Man, the Christ, paperback. During the product details, during the presidency of President Donald Trump, it became evident to me that the prophecies about the Son of Man, as predicted by Jesus in the Bible, were to a significant extent fulfilled at the hands of Mr. Trump.
Oh my God.
The Bible talks about two different Christs or Messiahs. There's Jesus, blah, 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 blah. And then John. This book will explain in depth how Donald John Trump's full name literally means the ruler of the world, graced by Yahweh and a descendant of a drummer. Are we banned from podcast platforms right now?
I don't know.
It has 4 reviews and it has 1 star. Terrible book about a con man. Instruction manuals and auto warranty mailers are more interesting than this nonsense.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
Good candidate for stupidest book of the year award.
That's
holy cow. And it's already discounted. So wow.
Really?
All right. Yeah, that's the world we live in. So with that being said, thank you for watching and listening. Again, I apologize for the delay at the beginning. Cody, have a lovely week. We will talk to everyone soon. Like, follow, subscribe, whatever. Gina, thank you for the nice compliment. Yeah, this week TMJ is just Tuesday and Friday because of sports. But last week it was 4 days, 5 days. I don't know. Every week's different. So just check it out, and they podcast it right away. So, and you can follow WTMJ on Twitter because after the show, they tweet out the link to the show right then. Nice. Not bad. All right. Any parting shots?
No.
All right.
I did enough shots in Vegas. Hi-yo. Hi-yo, bye-yo. Bye.